Hey, good morning. So, I'm Dave and I'm walking on this country road. Take me home. Oh, I can't do that. Can't sing on here. Get that strike or whatever. Anyway, I'm walking, trying to hold the camera up higher so you're not looking up my nose. And you're getting the view from behind there, the road that I've walked. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. Sorry, got a couple planes flying over. So we're gonna be walking by a tortoise shell here by a sign, but I was gonna put it in the picture, but I was like, no, that's kind of sad. Oh, we got a car coming up. Here we go. So, what do you do when you've been forced into early retirement? You go out and party like it's 1999. No. If you're like me, you go into a pity party for 5 years. Mainly because you're all messed up. You can't do anything. Or you think you can't do anything, you think you're all messed up. So then you get your foot fused from your shattered calcaneus. I like that word. It's your heel bone. I didn't know that. So at least I'm learning body parts now. You're like 5th grade biology all over. There's your femur, your tibulus, your spatula, your bronchial radialis, which I call my rads. Anyway, so what do? You got to find a purpose, become of service in your community. Now, a nice guy on a creator about retirement. He retired a little early, and he made a video that you don't need a bucket list. You don't need a purpose in retirement. Those days are over. You just be. You just, you get up. You do what you want. If you want to go on vacation, you go on vacation. If you have the money for it. But if you're retired, you don't have to do anything. You can just sit on the porch and drink coffee or something. Now, I'm paraphrasing, of course, but he's saying that he doesn't need the purpose. That's what we were programmed to do, that, we're identified by our title, what we do for a living, and things like that. So when we get retired, or we become retired, we lose that sense of purpose, right? Well, and he says you don't need that. He doesn't need it. Well, I can understand that to an extent, but for someone who had thought himself still pretty young, it happened. I had my accident falling off the roof when I was 53. So I'm 59 now. I just turned 59 a couple months ago. So you do feel kind of lost when, okay, now you used to do a bunch of stuff and now you can't do anything. But if you didn't have an accident and you wanted to retire early, and yeah, sure, the first year you just it's like vacation mode. You get up when you want to get up, whatever. But then what are you going to do after that? I mean, most retirees, they say, and there's some stats on it, but of course I can't quote the stats right now. I'm going off of memory, and yeah. So, but aren't there a lot of stats saying that normally within a few years after retirement, people will die because they lose their value, their sense of purpose. So maybe he meant you keep your value, because yeah, you are a valuable person. You're valuable to the community, to your family. So if you can keep that, maybe you don't need purpose. Do you know what I mean? So here's what I do. I'm still a dad. I have a teenage daughter. She's going into high school. So that's a big purpose right there, to try to keep her from getting any of those bad influences. And then prep her for going on to college. Now, nowadays, college might not be as necessary. Now, she wants to become a corporate lawyer, a business lawyer. But yeah, I'm like, you can do that. But if you want to change your mind, you can do that. Now, the other thing is, she also does not want to spend the outrageous amounts of money that college here would cost. So she's going to go over, she wants to go over to Germany, because to study in Germany as a foreigner, all you need to do is set up a blocked account. Sorry, I've got to work on my arm muscles here. Blocked account, which means there's an account, you open up a German bank account with a certain amount of money that will cover your living expenses for the year, which I think is around 13,000. Hold on. So it's about 13,000 euros for the year, and to study, and once you get accepted to a university and you get your visas, your student visa and everything, you have to apply for that. But once she does all that, then she'll have to pay the semester in Germany, depending on the university, is 80 to 1,500 euros a semester. That's it. Her books are not expensive, and that's pretty much it. A fraction of the cost to go here in the States. She would have to spend about over $100,000 to go to 4 years of a college, and then another 4 years to get her law degree. In Germany, I believe it's only 6, and 2 of those years are an internship. So, and then she takes the like equal to the bar exam. So, sorry, my arm's getting tired. So she's going to be doing that, and she can change her mind whenever she wants. But so back to the purpose thing. My purpose is to get her ready for that, and to help her maintain her grades and everything, while I still plan for my wife and I's future. So now, and since they found all the other stuff wrong with me, I need to get healthy, get back in shape, so I can do all this walking when we do our slow traveling. And so I do have a purpose, and I have goals, and I will also want to be service to my community. So what do you guys think? Do you think you need a purpose after you retire, or you don't? I believe we do, because otherwise, what's to stop us from, sitting on the couch and becoming one big jelly roll? How was that? So anyway, that's my thoughts for the day. You guys have a blessed day. I'll try to block that sun there on the road here. All right, take care.